Hey guys, how's it going? My name is of course RedMaster, and welcome back to another episode of Cards and Castles Rent with Red, where today we are finishing up the rankings for Prehistoric Druids for the May 2019 season. Now, if you can recall, we did finish up, or at least, well, we did start kind of the ranking for Prehistoric Druids in the 3K showcase, since it achieved the rank of 3000 last season. We decided to just play around, showcase the match with two of those matches, which you can view on that video, which should be somewhere probably around your screen somewhere. You'll see it up there maybe. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We have 3 matches to get to, and of course we'll see where the deck kind of finishes off once all those 3 matches are finished. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in to our first match or third match, whichever way you want to look at it. Let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, our first match here, looking a bit iffy with the just Maddie as our kind of starting card here. Lumberjack, Bestial Rage, much better. Although Bestial Rage probably not going to come in handy more till later stages of the game, maybe, but we'll see what we can do. Lumberjack we can definitely work off of, and then maybe transition that into a Maddie later on. Going up against Viking Ninja? Alright, so could be seeing some dragons here. Maybe first strike shenanigans, we will see. Leaning more towards dragons on this one, but again, as the match goes, we'll probably figure that out. Both going to start out with Lumberjacks, that's fine, we'll take the trade just so we can both get some cards into our hand. Who loves getting cards, right? Or who doesn't love getting cards, I should say. And hey, Dwarven Miner, we'll take that. We'll kind of progress him up a little bit, see if we can tempt out the opponent here. And fix those a little bit. A little shaky there. Alrighty. What do we got here? Masuda, alright. Will he play more defensive on that, or is he going to block? That's the real question. Okay, he's going to just let that come onto face. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go ahead. We'll take the bait. Well, we'll take the bait and see if we can push anything up a bit further here. Yeah, we'll play down Maddie up there for an armory next turn. We can actually use this Bestial Rage on the Pyromancer if things permit, depending on what he kind of brings out early on. He did save the Masuda, so he is counting on the discount here. So we'll see if he trades the Masuda into the Miner and maybe brings out a more, scarier threat to maybe threaten again our Pyromancer with. We'll see. There goes the Masuda looking to, yep, alright, trade with the Miner, so that's fine there. So the damage was dealt, and we did trade with the Masuda. He does have that discount, though, which will bring out a, okay, Headless Horseman. Hits the Maddie, not the target he was looking for, so, not really a plus on his part. We could, well, let's see what he does here. He did bring out the, okay, so he's going to freeze me a little bit. Interesting. Alright. We are going to go for the armory play here because we really don't have a lot of options. I'm going to go ahead and set up the armory. Right now, that gives him an immense lightning blade value here, but we'll see if he decides to take it or if he has it. Cross my fingers that he doesn't actually have the lightning blade in his hand. He could be very well carrying it, but not in his hand, perhaps. Mark of the Fist looking to draw, maybe, but now can no longer play the lightning blade. So that's fine. We'll take that. First strike, so it is going to kill off the Pyromancer, unfortunately, which is gross, but you know what, we'll find. You know, it's fine. We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, so we actually can get some good Fenrir value here. Let's go ahead. Let's hit Lumberjack right here. And the Horseman right here. We're looking to, I guess, defend ourselves pretty well. If he freezes, he's not going to get any chance to really give off any Lightning Blade threats here. Demon Hunter, alright, that is going to be a bit of a problem considering our Fenrir is, substantially weaker at the moment. Oh, okay, I guess not. We'll toss the Dwarven Scope over to the Fenrir. I could have thrown it on the much more stronger Fenrir, I do realize that, but it is important to kind of just get these units out of the way as they come along. And the Fenrir, you know, if we were to play a more healthier one, it would have given an opportunity to potentially kill off our armory here. So I'm not going to let him take the chance, and meanwhile, we'll scope the Fenrir that we have and just clean up the mess. Just like that. And he is probably going to start to run out of units here, or at least start to run out of options, I think, in his hand. He can get a freeze off, maybe, which could be potentially helpful to him. Salahar Rider, okay. Plus freezing Pillar. Alright, the Pillar's going to actually... Alright. I would say the Pillar would probably do a bit, but we do have a second Fenrir in our hand here. So we'll do that. Follow it up like this. We do give an opportunity to throw down another freezing pillar right here to block off both Fenrirs. We do have Maddie, Dino Rider, and Centaur for that. So our second freezing pillar wouldn't really do him any good here, but that was a good use of the freezing pillar to kind of temporarily stop my Fenrir. He can power up with a blacksmith or armory here to kill off this Fenrir currently on the board, depending if he has a global buff, which again I don't really think he's not carrying, but it might not be in his hand. What do you got, Airhead? Again, that's his name, so I don't know, is Airhead really an insult? I feel like, yes, it's a insulting term, or at least most people think it is, but I don't know, I feel like Airhead is just, it's not really an insult, but more like just, I don't know, something that's out there. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't really see Airhead as an insult. Anyway, let's go ahead and get a call for aid and a Maddie out on this board now that we have a little bit of room. Lich was the worst choice I could have gotten. I'm gonna be completely honest, but we'll do with what we'll make do with what we have here. The Temple of the Five Gods was a interesting play from him. It did give him enough to kill the Fenrir with the scope, so a little worrying there, but I don't think it's gonna be too much of an issue. Again, we'll just have to see what transpires. We actually can make a good play here. Yeah, we can make it. We can make a solid play. Wizard. Okay, plan actually might change. Yeah. So plan's gonna slightly change here, but still will do us a lot of good. We'll move a Centaur up here with Bestial Rage. We'll of course. Let's see here. We'll knock out the Masuda. And then come down here to knock out the Wizard. We will hit for 12 here. And then back up for a moment. And then end our turn there, I think, right? Yeah. That'll be the end turn. So we do have lethal on the board currently, which is good, but again, the reason why I kind of moved Centaur down here, I could have done in either order, but the Centaur down here much more troublesome, and then there is the pass and surrender from our opponent. So, very good start here to kick us off. We only have, again, 3 matches, though, so, it is going to be a bit shorter in terms of video length, but, we'll keep going. First match, a win here, so that gives the deck a total of 3-0. Which is very good showing from it. Let's go ahead and move into match number 2, or match number 4, however you want to look at it, and see if we can keep this momentum strong. Alright, match number 2. Again, we have a Maddie, which is good for an opener. I would like something a bit different. Oh, okay. Very nice. Thief, Hovel, and Maddie, plus Bestial Rage. Again, going to do very well here to start us off. Opponent is running Druid Viking. Not something I see too often in terms of color combos here, but we'll see if our opponent can make it work. I'm going to go ahead and just pass the turn. I don't really want to use the medallion just yet. I could have thrown out the Hovel, just to kind of start us off here, but you know what? I think I'm going to let our opponent make the first move, or at least attempt to make the first move. I'm not sure if he has the resources to start things off, but we will see momentarily. Cultist is going to be the card he goes for. Interesting. Let's go ahead and prop up a Hovel. Let's kind of get that going. Nothing I don't think he can really do quite yet in terms of threatening that, at this point. He's going to move up the Ghost a little bit, so that's, fun. Spiny going to be the card that he throws in. Interesting. We do have the Bestial Rage here, so I do have to keep that in mind. Interesting. I went for castle damage pretty, straight out of the gate. Huh. I do have some options here too in terms of what I can do. I think our best play for now, though, is just maybe for now. Yeah, let's sit back here a little bit. We'll see if he decides to push up or whatnot. I do leave myself in quite a bit of a pickle for things like Storm Strike. Okay, we're really pushing up here. He does not want me to have the hovel. So he's opting to pretty much sacrifice the cultist, which is an interesting play. I wouldn't necessarily sacrifice the range units you have on the board, but you know what? Whatever floats your boat, man. So that cultist is gone, and we do have an armory set up down here, which is very nice to keep it away from our castle to avoid chain damage. Moving forward, though, he does have an armory of his own, so his small unit's going to become bigger as well. Northland's Bear going to be the card he opts to throw down at us. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and get just a simple card combo out here. Bestial Rage plus the Southport Captain to trade with that bear. And we're going to, of course, end our turn because next turn we'll throw out the Medallion. Actually, we'll have enough straight away, won't we? I think so. Yeah, we will. Perfect. Alright, so we don't even have to use a Medallion here. Bringing out our Mordok right away to chip at this Faithful Drake. Wherever we'll summon here, we'll just trade that. I was hoping it was going to be the Headless Horseman or Banshee, get a little more beef going. And we'll grab a heal from that too, which is perfect to keep our Mordok maybe in this game a little bit longer. And with the Mordok out on the board, it is going to be a bit more troublesome for our opponent. Call to War, excuse me, brings him some Hassan City Guards. Plus the armory, okay, so our Mordok will not survive the next turn. We can get a Headless Horseman, though, to chip off one of those armories, so now we're kind of back to where we started a little bit. And then, of course, he'll throw the Hassan City Guard to block off that Headless Horseman. Let's go with the Fat Bard here to survive a trade with the Hassan City Guard and throw out the Maddie. See, we can just pull Wind Mage, okay. Not the most lethal of mages in our Maddie arsenal, but you know what, that's fine. We can still use that to kind of threaten our opponent a little bit here. He'll bring out the Shaman, which will trade directly with the Horseman. He will draw from that, but he will have to sacrifice the Shaman body, unfortunately. And there that goes, okay. And then he'll follow up with a Berserker. Alright, now the question, okay, he will keep it there. Fine move by him. We did just draw our T-Rex, so let's go ahead and actually bring this bad boy up now. We will keep the Wind Mage a little, distant from that to avoid any sort of unnecessary fear or movement. But the idea right now, I do want to buff this T-Rex with our nest, so that'll be the play to go for. Let's see if he decides to keep this around, or he's going to go bottom, Ludicrous Strength. Alright, so he's really making a big Berserker here, which is fine by me. I'm not going to be able to trade with that directly, so I'm going to have to use our nest first. And then, of course, hit down here. And just kind of rub salt in the wound. We can actually do our Bestial Rage here to take out the armory. And, of course, heal up to keep our T-Rex alive just a little bit longer in this game. And we'll actually even go further to threaten the Blacksmith up here, too, with our baby dino, or at least one of the baby dinos we have. I think overall we're looking pretty good for our second match. There's not going to be much I think our opponent can do to kind of slow us down. Yep, there is the surrender, and there is the victory. So another solid win for us, demonstrating more of the prehistoric side of our Prehistoric Druids. And we'll finish off our secondary quest that we had here going. I think that was Pirate Winds, right? For 3, yep. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and jump right into our third match, or fifth match, again, depending on how you look at it, doesn't matter. But it will be our final match for the ranking of Prehistoric Druids, and let's see where they end off for this season. Alright, and moving into that final matchup here, let's go ahead and cycle out that Dino Rider. We have a pretty good start here in terms of our hand here. Lumberjack, Rat Hovel, going to be very nice cards here to open up. Our opponent is running Pirate Crusader, so a little nerve-wracking there. We could be running into Greed for our last opponent, which is going to be a bit of an annoyance, but you know what? We'll kind of go as we, progress here. Let's go ahead and throw out our Rat Hovel. He threw a Master Thief in the back here, but kind of keeping it a little separated, which is an interesting choice. He meant to so he meant to protect the school with that. Okay, fine by me. There's another Lumberjack, and we can't exactly throw out a decent threat to that School of Knowledge just yet, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and get a Lumberjack trade going. It's fine to kind of give him cards for now. No real threat there as we move up another Lumberjack and our Rat here. And he moved this Master Thief all the way to the bottom too, which... Is he I don't know why he's protecting this Master Thief so much. It's not like he's going to get any more treasure unless he bounces it. Okay. Estate. So he meant to kind of set up for a, more greed gain, which is fine. But let's go ahead. We can move this Centaur now to pretty much threaten this school if that's going to be taken down. He will start getting more gold, though, thanks to this estate. Let's see if we can maybe slow him down a bit. Elvish Thief going to trade with that Centaur. I assume the Thief has to trade into the Rat. It just has to. Unless he's going to throw down like a health buff first. Nope, another School of Knowledge. Okay. So, ugh. I really don't want to give him any kind of leverage here with the School of Knowledge, so we're going to kind of check that down to size as well, and that actually takes down 2 of the 3 schools possibly hiding in his deck. So that's very strong for us here, but he can, of course, pick up momentum easily if he has the greed for it. Bigger units coming out fairly early, which are going to be tough to deal with. Swordsman. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world for us to be dealing with. Let's go ahead and chip a couple of things down to size here. Chip the Swordsman a bit. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Just for now. Because I don't think Swordsman's Cleave is going to come in a whole lot of handy here. At least it won't be able to kill off... Yeah, it won't be able to kill off both, necessarily. Alright, so Lumberjack trades. We'll get a Mercenary's Execution for that. Another estate. Has enough for another? Okay, Ooh, alright. Smart. Smart. Taking me down a bit in size. God damn it, my Rat went the other way. It's to be expected, though. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's piss him off a little bit here. With another Dino Nest. Or at least with a Dino Nest. And we'll keep some things out of reach for now. We never know when he could start drawing another School of Knowledge. Once he picks up his final School of Knowledge from his deck, that's when things are going to start to go south for us with how much gold he's got gaining on the board. So the idea right now is to kind of pick off his forces somewhat quicker, just to avoid any of that, any of those shenanigans later down the line here. Alright, let's go ahead and get Mordok up here situated. Meanwhile, let's move our dinos around just a little bit. And we do have an evolution ready for next turn. So right now, if he can't defend against this, maybe I should have moved these dinos. Okay. Falling back a little bit. There's the Craxus. Crap. Alright. Well, I'm still going to do it anyway. I'm still going to pull it off. Let's go ahead and chomp you down. See if that does anything. I don't think he's got Stalwart, so that should be fine there. Then that'll move back a bit. Yeah, so he won't be able to reach the Mordok quite yet, unless he has a scope. But meanwhile, I'm running down 3 T-Rexes onto face, so he's definitely not happy about that. Craxus won't be able to kill anything there. Oh, Mordok. Alright, so a combination is going to take me down then. Hey, look, he hit the Rat. Big Pog. So yeah, I think that's going to be a, I mean, if not a win yet, very close to, considering the Craxus isn't going to be able to do a whole lot. Alright, he's going to mug. Gonna hit that one. Alright. He only got 1 gold, though, I think, left. And yeah, and then we could even do this. Beast. Okay, he surrendered. Alright, so that actually puts the deck at a 5-0 for the season. Of course, the last 2 games you can check onto, actually, no. The first 2 games you can check on the 3K showcase of this deck, but 32-48 is going to be where we end off for the Prehistoric Druids, and that's definitely a big win considering the fact that I think they were in the 3K area last season, so over a 200-star jump, I think, if I can remember correctly. Again, I don't remember how they ranked last season exactly in terms of the numbers, but 32-48, a decent number, a very strong number to end us off here for the Prehistoric Druids. So overall, I would say this has been a very successful run for the Prehistoric Druids in the May 2019 season. With that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy this edition of Ranked with Ed. Be sure to leave your thoughts about this deck or the matches, whichever you prefer, in the comment section below. Let me know how you think the deck is doing. While you're down there, if you haven't already done so, be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and of course, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Show your support to the channel by clicking that subscribe button at no additional cost to you. And with that being said, that's going to do it from me for now. So until next time, guys, stay gaming.